This week, President Trump pardoned 2 Oregon ranchers at the center of a 40-day standoff with authorities in 2016.
Trump has, as far as I know, been responsible for the buck stops here stamp. God bless him.
Dwight and Stephen Hammond were convicted in 2012 of arson on public land after years of disputes over federal land management. And while the federal crime carries a mandatory minimum 5-year sentence, a sympathetic judge handed down a lenient 90-day jail stint for the father-son duo just before retiring from the bench. Plaintiffs argued a prescribed burn got out of control, while prosecutors alleged a poaching cover-up. The Obama administration appealed, won, and the Hammonds were resentenced under the anti-terrorism statute in October 2015. Sparking another firestorm as soon after, a group of self-proclaimed militiamen seized the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in Harney County, Oregon, in protest.
You know, I'm just kind of upset that Bundy and his group didn't listen to the majority of the people when we said, go home.
Disavowed by locals and the Hammonds themselves, the occupation was led by Ammon Bundy, son of Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy, who also was involved in a separate 2014 standoff over unpaid federal grazing fees. The Oregon standoff ended in arrests and 1 casualty at the hands of local authorities.
On at least 2 occasions, Finicum reaches his right hand toward a pocket on the left inside portion of his jacket. He did have a loaded 9mm semi-automatic handgun in that pocket. At this time, OSP troopers shot Finicum.
The Hammonds' presidential pardon was praised by family members, some local officials, and a collection of agricultural organizations like the American Farm Bureau Federation, who added, "President Trump's pardon tells us there is still hope for justice in environmental law enforcement. The Hammonds were thrown into prison for nothing more than burning an invasive species that threatened their ranch, a standard ranching practice that is both lawful and widely accepted." Conservation groups and legal advocates argued a commuted sentence would have been more appropriate, and pardons play to Trump's base. On Twitter, former Oregon U.S. Attorney Dwight Holton described the freedmen as arsonists who stole from U.S. taxpayers for years and years, and who resisted years of efforts by authorities to obtain compliance with the law by non-criminal enforcement. The use of pardon power for such nakedly political goals is very dangerous. A lawyer for the Hammonds said post-release, the family remains focused on restoring grazing rights on land overseen by the Federal Bureau of Land Management.
There's no way we can thank everybody enough and know who was the last one that tipped the scales, but the last one that tipped the scales can't be fully appreciated without appreciating everybody before him.
For Market to Market, I'm Josh Bittner.